Harry and Queen reunited in awkward situation. Sussex rejected offer to lay wreath on Memorial Day. The Duke of Sussex will present awards to military veterans ahead of Remembrance Day, in what a royal columnist claims will be an awkward collision with the Queen. Prince Harry and the Queen are set for an awkward clash of Remembrance Day public events, a royal columnist claims. The Duke of Sussex had his request for a wreath to be laid in his name rejected by the royal family last year, and so paid his respects in California with wife Meghan. On the back of his 2020 snub, commentator Daniela Elza says Harry's decision to take center stage at an event in America this week has a provocative edge. On Wednesday, Harry will present in New York the Intrepid Valor Awards to veterans and military families living with the invisible wounds of war at the Salute to Freedom Gala. Elza claims, the stage is now set for a very near, and very awkward, collision of public engagements. Palace aides told The Times that when Harry requested that a wreath be laid for him at the Cenotaph in London, the Queen's reaction was either you work for the royal family or you don't. You don't make the royal family work for you. Following the refusal, Harry hired a photographer to snap he and Meghan visiting the Los Angeles National Cemetery to pay their respects. After serving in the army for a decade, Harry's support for military veterans is fiercely genuine, but another high-profile Sussex public appearance will only add to tensions with the Queen, Elsa claims. Writing for news.com.au, Elsa said, however, with last year's defiant Wargrave's move having seemingly failed to impress the powers that be back in London, his decision to take part in another prominent outing around this event does have a certain provocative edge to it. If there is one word that comes to mind here, it's uncowed. Harry's refusal to relinquish any stake in the annual commemoration can be read in part as something of a laying down of the gauntlet, given that events around Remembrance Day are always a red-letter engagement for the royal family. Still, surely this is a state of affairs that neither side would be pleased about. When Harry appears at the Intrepid Gala on the other side of the Atlantic, Daniela Elza says it will reinforce the distance, both literal and figurative, between him and his family. But it is ultimately something Buckingham Palace will have to get used to, as the Sussexes show no sign of stepping out of the limelight. Elza added, for Buckingham Palace, Harry's New York Awards foray will be a painful reminder of how they let things go so spectacularly, historically sour with a prince who served 2 terms on the front line and whose avowed dedication to men and women in uniform has rightly earned him universal applause. It is hard to imagine this situation, 2 opposing sides taking part in nearly competing outings around the same cause, will change any time in the future, and the Sussexes as royal thorn in the PR side looks set to be a recurring feature of the royal landscape for years to come, cannibalizing one another's carefully calibrated publicity forevermore. Prince Harry has been urged to axe his £112 million deal with Netflix over the Crown's portrayal of his mother Diana after a close friend of late Princess quit the show. Jemima Khan, a close friend of the late Princess Diana, has pulled out of the show, claiming that its portrayal of Diana in the period leading up to her death from a car crash in 1997 did not show enough compassion. Royal expert Angela Levin has criticized Harry for not finding his voice over this portrayal and has demanded he cut ties with Netflix. She said, Harry has remained absolutely silent about Netflix. He should tear the deal up and make a stand for his mother. What's more important? Money or defending his mum? It's astonishing he can't find his voice on this. It's astonishing.